In the village of Nanpur lived two brothers, the elder brother Raju and the younger brother Manoj. Their parents had passed away long ago, leaving behind a farm, a house, some land, and a small fortune as their inheritance. Raju, the elder, was sensible but somewhat straightforward. On the other hand, Manoj was intelligent, cunning, and a bit selfish. In childhood, the two brothers shared a strong bond of love, but as they grew older, Manoj's greed began to intensify. When the time came for the division of their inheritance, Raju suggested, "Brother, let's divide it equally so that neither of us will be lacking." However, Manoj cleverly manipulated the documents, deceiving Raju and seizing the larger share of the assets. Blissfully unaware of his brother's deceit, Raju continued to toil in the fields, trusting that their mutual understanding stood firm. Manoj, meanwhile, enjoyed the prosperity acquired through dishonest means, expanding his ventures into trading and acquiring additional properties. The villagers often talked about Manoj's success, while Raju remained unnoticed, simply a humble worker in his own fields. Some aware villagers whispered among themselves about the unethical divide, but out of fear or respect for the affluent Manoj, they never voiced their concerns. One day, an old man, wise but lonely, approached Raju in the field. "Raju, sometimes green pastures hold snakes," the old man uttered enigmatically, hinting at the deceit Raju had unknowingly endured. Raju, puzzled by the man's words, reflected deeply upon the situation. As days passed, Raju began to notice subtle signs, discrepancies in land records, accounts that did not add up, and finally, a confession from a remorseful clerk who had aided Manoj in altering the documents. The truth laid bare before Raju, shattering the familial trust he held dear. Confronted, Manoj initially defended his actions, citing survival as his motive. But as Raju stood firm, urging reconciliation and true equity, a hint of guilt crept into Manoj's demeanor. Eventually, he surrendered to the realization that deceit had driven a wedge between them. Reluctantly, Manoj agreed to a fair redistribution of their inheritance. Yet the damage had been done, a trust broken that was hard to repair. Although possessions were eventually evenly divided, the brothers' relationship never quite returned to its original state. Raju learned a harsh lesson about trust and family, while Manoj discovered that no amount of wealth could fix a betrayed bond. They continued